Welcome to the Kids Kingdom. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon.
As the clock struck midnight on December 31st, the world welcomed a new year with open arms. But for John, a successful businessman, the start of a new year brought mixed emotions. He sat on the couch, staring blankly at the TV, his mind consumed by thoughts of his career. This past year had been tough on John. He had made some poor decisions, and his company had suffered losses. Despite his best efforts, he couldn't seem to get back on track. The disappointment and frustration were evident on his face. On the other hand, his son Max was bursting with excitement. He loved New Year's Eve, and he couldn't wait to celebrate. He had big plans for the upcoming year, and he was eager to get started. Max was decorating the room with balloons and streamers, his enthusiasm infectious. As the countdown began, Max turned to his father and said, "Dad, aren't you excited? It's a new year. We get to start fresh and make new goals." John forced a smile, trying to hide his disappointment. "Yeah, buddy, I'm excited. Just a little tired, that's all." But Max was not fooled. He looked at his father with concern. "Dad, what's wrong? You've been acting weird all day." John sighed, feeling a mix of emotions. "It's just, this past year was tough, Max. I made some mistakes, and I'm feeling a little down about it." Max's face lit up with understanding. "Oh, Dad, everyone makes mistakes. Even I do. But that's okay. We learn from them, and we move on." John looked at his son, feeling a surge of pride. Max was right, of course. Mistakes were a part of life, and it was how we learned from them that mattered. Max continued, "Dad, you're an amazing person, and you've accomplished so much. Don't let one bad year bring you down. You're strong, and you can get through anything." John felt a lump form in his throat as he looked at his son. Max was right, he had accomplished a lot, and he shouldn't let one setback define him. As the clock struck midnight, Max turned to his father and said, "Happy New Year, Dad. Let's make this year the best one yet." John smiled, feeling a sense of hope and renewal. "Happy New Year, Max. Let's do it." As they hugged, John felt a weight lift off his shoulders. He realized that he didn't have to be defined by his mistakes. He could learn from them, and he could move on. The disappointment and frustration that had been weighing him down began to lift, replaced by a sense of determination and purpose. The next morning, John woke up feeling refreshed and renewed. He looked at Max, who was still sleeping, and felt a sense of gratitude. His son had reminded him that everyone makes mistakes, and that it's how we learn from them that matters. As they sat down to breakfast, John turned to Max and said, "You know, buddy, I was thinking. Maybe this year we can set some new goals together. What do you say?" Max's face lit up with excitement. "Yeah, Dad. That sounds amazing. Let's do it." John smiled, feeling a sense of hope and excitement. He knew that this year wouldn't be perfect, but he was ready to face whatever challenges came his way. As they finished breakfast, John looked at Max and said, "You know, buddy, I'm glad we had this talk. You reminded me that it's okay to make mistakes, and that we can always learn from them." Max smiled, feeling happy that he could help his dad. John's eyes filled with gratitude as he looked at his son. He realized that Max was not just his child, but also his friend and confidant. John continued, "I'm proud of you, Max. You're a smart and talented kid, and I know you're going to do great things." Max beamed with pride as he listened to his dad's words. John's voice was filled with emotion as he added, "And I'm proud of us, too. We're a team, and we can face anything as long as we've got each other." Max nodded in agreement, feeling a deep connection with his dad. As they hugged, John felt a sense of renewal and hope. He knew that the new year would bring its own set of challenges, but he was ready to face them head-on. With Max by his side, he felt invincible. Together, they would take on the world and make their dreams a reality. The future looked bright, and John was grateful to have his son to share it with.